Good morning, girls. I'd say now you can't believe we're in the last week of the term. This is the week traditionally where the sixth years get up to all their antics, dressing up in their brown uniform, um, dressing up in the gear which is suggestive of what their future career is going to be. And then their graduation takes place on the Friday. And the transition year girls would have had their graduation last week. So we're coming to a lot of finals of the year, and it is in very unusual circumstances that we find ourselves. But I thought today I'd speak to you about what I've been doing over the last 2 months, it is now, in terms of working in the background and in the foreground and in the side ground as I do as principal. And one of the things that I have spent a lot of my time doing is encouraging my colleagues to keep going, because that's my job at the moment, and my job is to support you two girls. But the most important thing for me at the moment has been supporting my colleagues and making sure that they're okay. And with that in mind, every morning at about 7 o'clock, I send them a quote of the day. And at the beginning, I thought that I would look for kind of quotations that would maybe give expression to the negative side of what was happening to us all, and that I would, look through my archives of novels and poems that I have read and taught over the years and use these as inspiration. But as time went on, I realised that you need to be inspiring at the moment. You need to look at literature that is uplifting, that will make people feel good. And also, if you're going to be quoting what other people have said, you have to make sure that the words are exciting and that they're positive and that they're not really bleak or anything. Now, I'm often given to a kind of a black sense of humour, and sometimes the quotations that I come up with in the mornings can seem a little bit odd, but they always do have a meaning. And sometimes, though, people start reading all sorts of things into the quotes and that aren't there at all. So I'm going to read you one of the quotes that I got the greatest response from, and it's from J.B. Priestley, the famous English writer. And the quotation was, "I've always been delighted at the prospect of a new day, a fresh try, one more start, with perhaps a bit of magic waiting somewhere behind the morning." Now, that got a great response from the staff. They really liked that. It put them in a good mood for the day. And, I have to remember that after they've read my email, they have to head off and teach you all, which can be a very challenging thing to do. But the other thing as well that I thought I'd let you know, to kind of give you a bit of an update today, is that we have been carrying out the prefect elections online. The first part of the process has taken place, and the girls have filled out their application forms, and then later on today they're going to be voting. And hopefully by the end of the week I'll be able to announce to the entire school community who our new set of prefects are. But that's not to forget our outgoing set of prefects, who have really had the most challenging year that you could imagine. Little did they know when they came back in September that they were going to be facing into such extraordinary circumstances. They thought they were coming along to do their leaving cert, worked hard. Then we closed on the 13th, and we thought it was only going to be for a couple of weeks. They'd be back. Then they were told their exams were going to be in July, starting on the 29th. And then on Friday, they were told that they're not having any leaving cert exams and that they're going to get grades from their teachers. So they've had a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster, an intellectual roller coaster, and I would say, an existential crisis, really. And it's been a bit like that for all of us, but particularly for the sixth years and third years as well. Now, while the third years are going to be doing their exams here in the school, well, remotely, that will mean they will get a result in hopefully September. But the sixth years are not going to get the opportunity to show how much work they've done, how much commitment they've put in. But their teachers do know. Their teachers know how hard they've worked, especially in the last 2 months when they've been on their own at home and engaging with their teachers via Zoom and Google Classroom like you all have been. So things are going on as as normal as they possibly can at the moment, in the sense that, you know, we're hoping to have some kind of a celebration on Friday when the graduation was supposed to take place with the sixth years on Zoom. We're putting all of you forward into your exams starting on Monday. We're electing our prefects for next year, and our preparations for next year are well underway. And no matter what happens, whether we have a second spike in COVID-19 or not, we will be opening up in September, whether it's in a combination of physical being for maybe 1 week in school, 1 week out. Then, while those who are in school are in their physical classrooms, the girls who are not will be tuning in online. Now, obviously, we have to do a lot of preparatory work to make sure that that happens and that it's successful. But I promise you that you are going to get the best quality education that is out there once we get back in September. So this may be the last assembly that I will be doing for you girls. So I'd like to wish you the best of luck in your exams. I'd like to wish the sixth years all the best, but we will be coming back for a graduation when things go back to normal, whenever large gatherings are allowed to take place. So it's not, goodbye, it's au revoir. And I probably will speak to you again, though, before the end of this academic year and give you updates on anything that you need to know about. So, in the meantime, good luck with your study, good luck with your exams. Chat soon. Bye.